So, to the women who go along with the attack on men, you will live to regret it because evil will come after your man too. A former Nevada State Assemblywoman by the name of Flores went on CNN this weekend, and she went there to accuse Joe Biden of sexual harassment back in 2014 at a campaign rally that took place in Nevada. I was there. I don't know if this happened or not, but I don't believe her. He allegedly went behind her and kissed her. And kissed the back of her head. I don't know. This is from CNN. Flores describes how Joe Biden, and Joe Biden, for those that might not know, was the vice president to the father Messiah, Barack Obama. And supposedly this happened 5 years ago. I wouldn't trust this woman in a paper bag. So CNN, Flores describes how Joe Biden sexually harassed her back in 2014.
Well, it happened also suddenly. Anyone who's ever been at a rally recognizes that there is just chaos. There's a lot of energy, that everyone's running back and forth. Eva Longoria was there. We were all lined up next to the stage. Eva was in front of me. Joe Biden was behind me. I'm kind of preparing myself to give these remarks. It's the very last days before the election. And very unexpectedly and out of nowhere, I feel Joe Biden put his hands on my shoulders, get up very close to me from behind, lean in, smell my hair, and then plant a slow kiss on the top of my head.
Well, I just think that anyone who believes her, you got issues. I don't believe this woman. I don't know if she lied or not. I wasn't there, but I don't believe her. I wonder how Joe Biden feels now when he have supported these type of women in the past. Did he know at the time that those bills and those laws that he was supporting against men would one day come upon him? That those women would turn around and go after him. These women hate all men. And it doesn't matter if you're a liberal, conservative, Democrat, or Republican, black or white. They hate all men. All of them. Even if you support them, they're going to hate you. They already hate you. They're just going to turn on you. Flores explained why this incident has to be taken seriously.
And that in and of itself might not sound like it's a very serious thing. That in and of itself might sound like it was innocent and well-intentioned. But in the context of it, as a person that had absolutely no relationship with him afterwards, as a candidate who was preparing to make my case for why I should be elected the second in command of that state, to have the vice president of the United States do that to me so unexpectedly and just kind of out of nowhere, it was just shocking. It was shocking.
Why are women so weak? These type of women so weak. They always complain about little nothing things like, can't they handle anything? Let's say Joe Biden walked up behind her and whatever he did. Why didn't she just say, back off, Joe? Hey, Joe, no. Plus, Joe Biden, he can't do nothing. Ain't he too old to be having sex? Joe Biden's 76 years old. Even Viagra ain't gonna work for him. But while women always playing victims, when on one hand they say they are strong. Now you gonna either be weak or strong. Which one is it? He's 76 years old. I don't believe this woman. I wasn't there. I don't know if she's lying or not, but I'm not going to believe it until Joe Biden is found guilty. And I'm wondering, she's from Nevada, right? Nevada. Is she supporting that nasty and dirty, what's her name? Kamala Harris. Is she supporting her? I'm telling you, this is not good. Joe Biden, let me see. I don't know if he put out a statement or he tweeted that this didn't happen. And if they'll read it the wrong way, he's sorry about it. He explained it or something or talked to them. But Joe Biden, James, do you remember what Joe Biden's statement was? Or Daniel? It is. Let's see. Let's see here. It says in my packet because I asked Daniel for it. So let me just update, and then I can see it. But he denied it. He denied it. I thought men were not allowed to even deny it. Isn't that true? They're not even allowed to deny it. So here's Joe Biden's statement. Joe Biden denied the accusations in a statement to NBC News. In my many years, and this is what he has to say, in my many years on the campaign trail and in public life, I have offered countless handshakes, hugs, expression of affection, support, and comfort. Biden said, and not once, never did I believe I acted inappropriately. If it is suggested I did so, I will listen respectfully, but it was never my intention. I may not recall these moments the same way, and I may be surprised at what I hear. This woman's not even attractive enough to be hitting on. She's not like a pretty woman, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and then, what's that picture there, Joel?
It's just a picture of Biden on another woman.
Why are we showing that?
That's what I was given. But just to get an idea of how he is in general. With people.
But this woman is not complaining, right? No, this woman is not saying that anything wrong. It's this other woman that was talking there on CNN. So it's up to you folks. But at some point, I'm being told that this woman that Joel was showing just now was defending Joe Biden. She is the ex-defense secretary's wife. And I'm being told she thanked him for how he showed affection to her. So, on one hand, women want emotions. You don't help my emotions. You don't help me emotionally, or something they say. And then on the other hand, when the man become emotional like a woman, and he go to hug her, oh, you sexually violated me. What the? Didn't God tell Adam, because you listen to the woman, you shall suffer? I rest my case. I've been told that the other week, Biden called out white man's culture and expressed regret about how Anita Hill was treated. Anita Hill is that other liar that tried to destroy Justice Clarence Thomas. I remember that. Oh, what an awful woman, too. Amazing. I recommend, guys, that you be careful. Wait until you get married. Don't even look at them. Date them, but don't touch them. Wait until you get married. Let God see first the kingdom of God and his right way, and God will add the perfect woman unto you, and you won't have these issues. Because a woman of God, a woman that loves her earthly father, would never treat a man that way. She would treat a man in the way that she would like to be treated, with love. And this happiness All these accusations are happening because men are not doing it the right way. And these women are not doing it the right way. Joe is a first-time caller. Thank you, Brian. Out of Ohio. Joe, you're on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All is well. No one is good.
Well, that's true. Well, I'm kind of upset about this, but it really, everything that's happened today is just for a reason, and it's amazing to me because I've been watching footage of Joe Biden when I heard that he was going to run for president and all this other things. If you look up Creepy Uncle Joe, you can see all the swearing in for at the U.S. Senate ceremonial swearing in.
Right.
And the Senator Cory Gardner, his daughter, I mean, all the children, he grabs them by the arm and pulls them over to him. There's one little girl that elbows him to get him away from him. And I am so proud that this is all coming out. And he has been so creepy, and he does it under the cameras, and he does it around a lot of people so that nobody notices, and the little kids are, their parents are there, their whole family's there. They can't really say anything, but it's just completely creepy to me. And I'm so happy, but I was really disappointed that you don't see that and maybe look at a little bit more footage before you come up to a conclusion that you don't, believe the women around him. I think he's a pedophile myself.
Why do you think that the Democrats, the liberal media, are just now bringing this out? They've been knowing, just like you, I've seen it over the years too. They have known this for years. Why do you think they're just now bringing it up?
Well, probably because he's going to be running for president, or I don't really know why it's just now coming out. I'm so happy that it is to protect these little kids. I mean, you just couldn't even imagine. And if you watched it, I don't think that any sane person would look at the little kid and say he's comfortable. And Jeff Sessions, you should.
Why do you think the parents don't do something about it? If they thought something wrong with it, and they're looking right at Joe doing it, why didn't they say something?
Because Joe's laughing and talking and distracting him, and while he's doing the whole time he's doing that, he's pulling the little kids over to him, and the parents are laughing and smiling and shaking his hand. And
are you white, Joe? Are you white?
Yes.
You're gonna live to mark my word. Write this on the calendar. You're gonna live to regret believing this. May I tell you why?
I don't think so.
May I tell you why?
No, no.
Let me tell you why. Because I guarantee you, now I don't know what happened with Joe and that woman, but I do know that white men are the most hated species on this side of heaven. And right now, the Democratic Party want a woman and a woman of color to be the next president. And I guarantee you, they believe that Joe Biden has a chance of representing the Democratic Party, not that he's going to beat the Great White Hope. And I guarantee you they're trying to stop Joe Biden because he is a white male, even on the side of the Democratic Party.
Right.
They want a woman of color.
That could be true, but he's also very creepy, and he's also a pedophile.
But how do you know that for a fact that he's a pedophile?
Just by watching the footage, I watched probably.
But you can't judge a man. You can't judge a man just by watching the footage of him hugging kids and hugging women. Those women teach men to do that.
It's very inappropriate. I mean, he even takes a little girl by herself, and the father says, "Don't worry, I'll be close," because she's real uncomfortable.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Is it right to judge people like that?
No, but when you see
what's going to happen when someone judges your sons and your nephews and your husbands? The same thing that. Do you discriminate?
Do you know that if I saw that, I would?
Do you discriminate?
Yes.
You discriminate?
Yes.
You discriminate against black people?
I discriminate against pedophiles.
How about black people?
No, but I think.
Why not black people?
Control.
Why you don't discriminate against black people?
Because I'm not really around them that much. I mean, I don't know. Just growing up in, I was in high school when I graduated. They were desegregating. They had. Have you ever
met a pedophile?
Yes.
And you discriminated against him?
Well, I can recognize a pedophile, and I think anybody could just by watching the footage. I mean,
you can't. You can't watch just by watching something. You have to know that you know. You can't assume that. There are more women. There are more women who are pedophiles than there are men.
I hope you live long enough for those little children to grow
There are
up
more
and
women who are
what they feel like.
pedophiles than men. How do you feel about that?
Pardon me?
There are more women who are pedophiles than men.
Well, I'm just concerned about Joe Biden.
What do you think about that, though? You're not concerned about there are more women doing that than men?
I'm not aware of any myself.
And why are you not aware of that?
Because I haven't seen it.
Do you believe that only men have done that?
No.
So you said you haven't seen it. Have you seen men doing that?
Yes.
How you seen men doing it?
Well, I see men inappropriately, and I was a young girl myself.
You hate men.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I just hate pedophiles.
No,
I hate
but you're
that the little
judging.
children are all embarrassed.
You are judging men without any facts at all, and it shows that you hate men.
Well, but you're judging Joe Biden without seeing what I saw.
I said I don't believe the woman. I don't know what Joe Biden is into, but I don't believe the woman.
But when you say, that he's affectionate and kissing the kids.
That's what women want men to do. They tell you to kiss us, be affectionate, be like a woman. And when a man becomes like a woman, they say, no, you're a pedophile.
Well,
I got to run. You wasting my time. She's not even listening. Just because the guy is creepy doesn't mean he's a pedophile. Men, you got to lead the way. You can't be changing yourself to be what these women want you to be. You're going to suffer for it. This woman has no proof or anything. Phyllis. It's her first time call out of Michigan. Phyllis.
Hey, hi, Jesse. How are you?
All is well. How you doing?
I'm great, thank you. I just recently came across your show, and I love your viewpoint. I've learned a lot from you.
Thank you.
I agree with the other lady caller about Joe Biden. I do believe he's a pedo.
Why do you believe that, Phyllis? Phyllis.
Now, the Lord's been working
Phyllis, why do you believe that?
really hard
Phyllis,
lately.
Phyllis, why do you believe that about Joe Biden without proof?
Well, it's just that there's, I'm not going to say it's concrete, okay? I'll put it this way. I'm leaning that way.
But why even lean that way? Why don't you, Phyllis, why don't you just leave it open?
But I watched the same video she did.
I did
and
too.
There was some sketchy moments in there. So,
I got to run. For why y'all believe that stuff? You have no proof. You've been tempted by the children of the lie to believe stuff based on all this stuff they show you. They're not showing you any proof. Be careful, folks, what you believe. Wait and see attitude. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.